town has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New England Patriots. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go!
On first down, it's Haskins. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff looking right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Third down. Here's Haskins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready. 50, plant.
65.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard
line. Here we go. 70, Indy. Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Caught left side. Bennett. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 36.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
54. It's a party now.
Snap.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it, and the Redskins scoop it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 40 now on second down, Haskins, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Completes it to Hardman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
No, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
On third and goal, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
60 Pittsburgh. Blue jaw perfect.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert going up top. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. He gets it to James White.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
56 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. That's complete to White. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd and 3. And that's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, foxtrot.
56. Mike, 56. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check, 56. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
From the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
Guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 7, Haskins on the crossing route, complete. That's Dean. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory.
Let's go!
A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams sprint plays. We know that, right?
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down, here's White. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down. Herbert eluded, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Yep.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down and 4, Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All game. Woo! Let's get it.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
They're running it. High 50.
2nd down, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Come on,
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daron Payne picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Redskins now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watching your five. I'm coming.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this one caught by Max Williams. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Patriots send out their punter, as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And yikes, this will get out of bounds, so without even a return, they're going to be set up on the outskirts of the red zone.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Mark 55! Mark 55! That's right.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it will wind up just being incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So he's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
132 fighter.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. On the ground, this is Michelle. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ballgame. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now it's Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, orbit.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Operating from the gun. Herbert flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bennett. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Or maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Got an open man. It's Scott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. And the Bears have scored to add on to their lead in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
We got to get this stop here, D.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Go, go, go.
Off play action. Herbert. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. New England on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, Steve 6, Steve 6.
From the gun, Herbert. Got his man, that's Harry. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
I'm coming after you.
On fourth down, Herbert. And this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do you have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Redskins 28, Patriots 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Back to throw. Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Bennett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards on first down. It's White, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
18 Gator.
Let's go.
Topper. Hit it.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Washington! As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to...
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Solomon Thomas has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Looking to throw. Herbert.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And to give this time to the tailback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the...
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the